Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, we have a new Pope, and you'd think after 266 tries, we'd have perfected the art of picking someone so that it doesn't feel like a rerun TV show. But no, they pushed him out onto the balcony like a contestant in a reality show. The crowd, of course, cheered. Somebody fainted, I think a nun in the front row. And yeah, it was quite a day. Well, I was watching it on the Vatican live screen. The BBC News headlines were on the screen in front of me as well. And yeah, I was talking to a student at the time. Yeah, they always talk about this white smoke like it's some kind of grand mystery. But yeah, I mean, it's just people in the background banning the ballot slips, isn't it? Well, of course, the new Pope gave the usual speech: humble, hopeful, big on unity, short on specific things that he's going to do. I prefer the old Pope with his speeches. Do you remember every time he appeared on the balcony? Be not afraid. Be not afraid. That's all he ever said when they pushed him out, wasn't it, on the balcony? The future is in your hands. Be not afraid. He repeated that with a lot of passion, didn't he? Well, yeah, this one gave the usual speech, peace to everyone and love and everything. Yeah, Mercy Mission, something about climate. I'm not sure exactly what he said. I didn't watch all of it. They're saying that he's the man of the people. I don't know quite what that means. The Guardian newspaper is calling him transformative, which makes him sound like medication or plastic surgery. Yeah, and of course, Twitter, well, X, they've already started half of them think he's the second coming of Christ, and the other half think he's some kind of infiltrator from dark forces. I don't know where these conspiracy theories come from. I mean, he's a pope. I, I'm not sure I even care enough to form a conspiracy theory. Yeah, I'm just here sipping tea and waiting to see if he makes it past the honeymoon period without rebanning the guitar at Mass. Do you remember, when I was growing up, going to Mass was very much a very Latin affair. My goodness me, you could get thrown out for smiling. And then somewhere along the way in the 1970s, going to Mass was like going to a folk music concert. Everything suddenly sounded like a song by Peter, Paul, and Mary. By the way, if you don't know who Peter, Paul, and Mary are, you need to listen to them. It's a kind of just a nice trio singing very nice songs about life with a guitar. Yeah. Um, yeah, one of my friends rang me to say that they think the new pope looks like a kind of man who's going to introduce sweeping reforms. Yeah, but he'll probably then just, delegate these reforms to a committee who meet once every 10 years. I don't know if they're able to make big reforms. I think there's so many differing views now than there used to be. Um, I mean, I'm not against the papacy. I think it's probably a good idea. It's just that this idea that each new pope is going to fix something, like a plumber fixes the water tank. I mean, it's been 2,000 years. Um, so I don't know, maybe it's time for them to look at things differently. But anyway, they started this kind of idea of change, isn't it, to make them fit in with everybody else. So many people don't like that, I think. But of course, there's always that voice that says, oh, well, this will be the last pope. Honestly, everyone keeps telling me this. I'm not sure. Obviously, somebody has some direct link with God. Yes, this pope is the last one. Well, nice. Yeah, whatever. Um, yeah. So, of course, everyone's saying, well, maybe things will be different, but I thought the last one did a good job. He seemed to, like stand on the tarmac at airports, kiss it, and then say things like, be not afraid, just like the last one did, John Paul II. So, yeah, they seem to enjoy making these statements. There's always the robes, the Latin, the bells ringing in the background. I love the drama, you know, wearing these long, flowing purple robes. Um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, though. I mean, the first few months, of course, the first few months, everyone will love him. They will all love him, is what I want to say. And then, of course, the cracks will show. Then the encyclicals will come, just like, Donald Trump's executive orders. And then everyone's going to be unhappy. Um, and I suppose I'll be sitting in the church wondering if they'll ever fix the heating. Yeah, who knows? Maybe he'll surprise us and he'll excommunicate a few people. Nice face. Uh, Not big on smiling, I think. He was kind of pulling his mouth apart like a royals do. They smile in a way that makes them all look like Dracula. But yeah. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, he can't do that much damage, can he? He's only in the first day of the job, so I don't know. He's not a wild power, so to speak, with economies, but he has a lot of moral power. So I don't know what that means exactly, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, let's see how long it lasts and what changes he's able to make. And yeah, be not afraid. That's still my favorite Pope, John Paul II. He started that, didn't he? The future is in your hands, making him sound like some kind of really bad version of Dracula. But nice phrase, though. He did make us feel better. Or maybe it's just because I was younger and less cynical. I don't know. But anyway, enjoy the new Pope. See you all. Bye.